Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our second episode of our Game Key podcast. I'm Winfil. This is Killian.
Hello.
Say hi, Killian. And yeah, we're just going to run you through the top news of the week, upcoming games, and our favorite deals of the week as well. We don't want to waste your time, so we're just going to jump straight into it and see what's happening. But yeah, first up, Killian, how's your week been? What have you been playing? What have you been doing?
Yeah, my week was pretty good. I'm a bit sick right now. Just a cold, nothing serious. My PC broke down a bit. I can't play very much. If I play games like Red Dead or anything, my PC just crashes and need a new power supply. So it's been a week full of League of Legends, but still was a good week.
I
How
mean,
about
I
you?
can think of worse things than League of Legends all week.
Definitely.
I've actually been playing a lot of Space Marine 2 this week. Trying to get back into that warm up for the next patch that's due out in February. So we'll get to that. But yeah, really looking forward to it and loving it. Right. So yeah, let's not mess about. Let's talk about the top games that came out this week. Jump into it.
Do you want to
Uh,
start?
yeah, sure. So first up, we have what do we have first, Killian?
First, we have Virtual Fighter 5 Reroad. A new game of the Reroad game, a few Virtual Fighter games. I don't know them. Do you know anything about them?
Virtua 5 Revo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Virtua 5 Revo. If I can spell it right. Yep. Virtua 5 Revo. It's a fighting game, of course. And I think it's like a reboot of the series, this one as well. Of course, it's out on the 3rd of February, so you can look forward to grabbing that soon. But yeah, no, I mean, to me, I mean, I was more of a Tekken player rather than Virtua Fighter, but I can see the appeal to these. It does have decent graphics. It did a concept video, didn't it, not so long ago, and it did really well. So that's out this week. So the special promotion ends on the 3rd of February. It came out on the 27th of Jan, so it's already out in your hands. But yeah, anyone in the fighting game. The reviews are a bit mixed at the moment, but what else can you say, really? No, it's.
No.
And next up, was it Space Engineers 2?
Yeah, Space Engineers to the next big game of Keen Software House, where you can build space stations, rockets in the space, obviously, with very realistic physics. The game is right now out in alpha, so there are a few bugs and you can't play multiplayer or anything, but you can build, and it's much more easier for new players to get into it. Yeah. I didn't play it, a friend played it, he said it was pretty fun. Not all the features are there yet, but they're having planned to bring many updates the coming months, and it will be fully released end of this year.
Yeah, so I think in early access, it's just launched with creative mode at the moment.
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to expand on it. But yeah, once it's out of early access, I'll have plenty more for you. Yeah, no, I mean, expect lots and lots of updates. Space Engineers, the first one, very popular game, isn't it? And I know it's loved for its creativity and its co-op play as well. I think it's co-op Space.
Yeah, complete co-op, yeah.
Yeah, Space Engineers 2 isn't in co-op yet, but it will be eventually, I think. Yeah, another one for you to look out. And of course, that's out in early access as well. Now, a game that caught my eye a while ago was The Stone of Madness, done by the same team that did Blasphemous. And to
Oh,
me, that just screams a good game. I mean, it's a real-time tactical stealth game. That's how it describes. Set in 18th century in a Spanish monastery, and just like Blasphemous, it's a brutal campaign with plenty of punishment in there for those that love it. I mean, you're plagued by things like sadness and despair. You got to manage your sanity level. And I think if you do love this kind of game, and you did like the Blasphemous series, I know a few people that love them, then Dawn of Madness is right up your alley, I'd say. Look into it. I recommend it. It's positive at the moment for 31 reviews. Can't complain about that. Check it out.
the next we have Orc Must Die Death Trap. A new Orcs Must Die game. You all know them. Tower defense, third person game. where you can play solo or co-op with up to 4 friends, I think it is. And you have to slay orcs, skeletons, you have to build traps and defend. I think it's a core in the game. Every game is different. I think it's a core you have to defend there. Yeah, pretty fun to play with friends. There are many traps you can build. The game has mixed reviews now, 60% positive. But if you like tower defense games, it's definitely a must play, I would say.
Don't forget the roguelite elements as well.
Yeah,
Loves those.
yeah, that's true.
Next up, of course, the biggest release of the week, probably Spider-Man 2. Be greater together. That's the tagline for the game. And much like the first game, expect lots of action. It's got a rich narrative as well. Basically what you'd expect from the game, to be honest. It's just got an expanded city, more for you to explore. Play, I think, as Peter and Miles, which is good. And you've got some iconic supervillains in there. Now, for me, I did enjoy the first one. Didn't complete it all the way through. I definitely spent too much time collecting backpacks and all. But I do love Spider-Man. He is my favorite superhero. Probably the only one I like, to be honest with you.
No, I like him too.
Yeah, and out on PC now, he's got optimized graphics, improved ray tracing, ultra wide monitor support, and you can play with your PlayStation pad and unlock PlayStation trophies with it. So that's another bonus for it as well. Yes, Spider-Man 2 is out right now.
Then we have Sniper Elite Resistance, a new Sniper Elite game. You play in France in the year 4044, and you have to kill some Nazis again, like in all Sniper Elite games. I think the story was there's a new secret super weapon of the Germans, and you have to infiltrate their base in France and have to kill them. You can play the story solo or co-op with a friend. There are a few multiplayer modes. So a pretty fun game, definitely, with the kill cam we all like, where you see the bullet penetrate. Always fun to watch these clips. So if you like the other Sniper Elite game, this one won't disappoint you. With mostly positive reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget you got the Harry Hawker is the new operative as well. The campaign does run parallel with Sniper Elite 5. There's plenty of reasons to jump into it if you do like the Sniper Elite series. But of course, if you're a newbie to the series, I wouldn't worry too much. Like I said, you get all the features of the franchise, but get added ones as well. Sniper Elite Resistance, the games I've really enjoyed in the past, and I'll be looking at picking this one as well eventually. And the last big release of the week was Heart of the Machine. A 4x grand strategy game where you're sensing AI. And yeah, you got to build a world however you want it to be while fending off, those who want to bring you down. It's got a bit of RPG, it's got a bit of strategy in there as well. Set in a cyberpunk world. Basically everything I like, And these games are really popular at the moment as well. You can see by the reviews, only 5 user reviews, but they're all positive. That's a good sign as well. So it might not look like much in a moment, but the game has just come out. It's going to get better. It's only in early access, which means plenty more content to come. Yeah, and honestly, if you like this kind of genre, I think you'll like this one. Check it out. Okay, and that brings us lovely into gaming news from the week. And it looks like we're going to start with the Grand Theft Auto 6 parody, Grand Taking Ages.
Yeah. GTA 6, we all know it. We all wait for it for over a year now. We got the trailer last year and nothing more. Many speculations, but nothing really official. But we got a parody game named Grand Taking Ages. That's probably right. And it got a release date. And it will be released in July on Steam this year. It's just a small, fun game. Nothing very special, but still, it's just there to spread a bit of awareness for how long GTA 6 takes. Because it's fucking taking ages.
It's taking it. It's just poking fun at it. That's all it's doing. It's just poking fun at Rockstar and GTA 6. I think it was briefly pulled down by PlayStation as well. I don't know if they got it back on there. But no, it is coming to Steam in July, which is exciting. And if you need that GTA 6 fix before the game release later this year, we're hanging on for that. We'll get to that eventually. Yeah, GTA, Grand taking ages. Game for you. Check it out. The other news this week as well, we were looking at the Xbox Developer Direct 2025, and there were some big announcements. We got our release date for Doom: The Dark Ages. Of course, Doom: The Dark Ages is kind of it's a prequel to Doom 2016, so it's kind of a reboot of the reboot, but this one takes you more medieval, so you're gonna have swords, you can ride dragons. Looks quite interesting to me. It does look a little bit slower than the more modern Doom games, but I mean, I always found them too quick anyway, and with my old hands, maybe I can keep up with it. But yeah, that's got a release date, and that's going to come in May, hopefully on May the 15th. It's going to come on Xbox Series X and PC, and will more than likely be on Game Pass from day one, as it's Bethesda, and they owned by Microsoft these days. So, other news: Clay Obscure Expedition 33 launching in April, a turn-based RPG like that. It's inspired by Belle Epoque France, dark fantasy game, and players take on an expansive map, complete side quests, and uncover secrets as they attempt to save the future. What more do you need? South of Midnight also has a release date, April the 8th, 2015. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. It's full of mythical creatures, in a dark gothic world. It'll be an interesting one as well. Like I said, April the 8th, that is also coming to Xbox Series X and PC. And finally, Ninja Gaiden 4. Yes, we have a Ninja Gaiden 4. We have a new one. It's on its way. With the last one being released in 2012, of course, it's been a while for the franchise. This is going to be good. I mean, the trailer is pretty impressive. There's some cutting-edge visuals, fast-paced action. Yeah, we just need to wait for an exact release date, but that's going to come in the fall of this year, so you've not got long to wait. Wow, am I looking forward to that one. Yeah, that's everything from the Developer Direct 2025.
Yeah, but we have more games coming in 2025, and one is Endless Legend 2. The last Endless Legend we got was in the year 2014, but now we got a reveal trailer for a new Endless Legends second part. For all of us, for you who don't know Endless Legend, it's a turn-based grand strategy game. You can play it alone or with friends, and it's a pretty fun game. I think it's from 4X, if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Endless Legends, they were good games. Again, they're one of those that you suffer from one more turn, a bit like Civilization, if you've ever played them games. You kind of feel like, just one more turn, and before you know it, it's 4 a.m. and you're questioning every life choice you've ever made. But,
yes.
Yeah. It's
especially the last turns in the late game when the turn takes 20 minutes or so.
when you wait for the AI to finish, and she's like, my lord, someone, has no one killed these off the map yet? No, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't recommend it unless you got a decent PC and you got a lot of hours to kill, because it will take a while. Well, they're very frustrating games. Yeah, that's coming soon. Resident Evil 9 Jill Return. Will it happen? What do you know about this one, Killian?
I haven't played the Resident Evil games much, but I played the second part, I think it was, the remake of it.
Oh, Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I played Resident Evil 2.
I've just completed it. It's a good game.
Yeah, I stopped after, I think, 2 hours, and I don't know why. Pretty bad habit of mine. I don't finish many games. It's terrible. But yeah, Jill will maybe return. There are new insider rumors about it. That Jill, from Resident Evil Village, maybe come back now in the new Resident Evil 9. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but the rumor is that she's going to be a part in it, but maybe not play a major part. Now, I'm a big fan of Jill. If you're a big fan of the series, you're going to be a fan of people like Jill and Leon, and even Chris has his moments as well. So yeah, this could be big news for the series, and it's interesting to see where Capcom take Resident Evil, because they've gone from tank controls, like to horror, to more action third person, and now first person survival horror. So I'm interested to see where they take it, to be honest, whether they go back to third person, first person, stick with that. Who knows? I know they flirted a bit with the last one because they released the DLC where he go third person, I think. But yeah, no, Jill Return will be big, but it doesn't look like she's going to be playing a major role, but we'll know for certain closer down the road. Whereas next year is also Resident Evil's 30th anniversary. And yes, I do remember playing the first one when that first came out. So yeah, it's with multiple games in development. There's also big news in the Resident Evil franchise as well. Don't know if you know. They're making another reboot of the film.
No.
Yeah, they're making a new film, Resident Evil film. We'll see where that goes. Also, lots of excitement for Resident Evil. I look forward to it. I do like it. I do like Resident Evil. That I've just completed 2. I completed 4 several times. Pretty sure I think I'm like 10 minutes away from the world record speed running it.
Oh,
I
that's really
can complete Resident
amazing.
Evil 4 now about 5 times a day. Like I
Okay.
fly through that game. Yeah, it's good.
That's impressive.
Yeah, do you know, I hated the original, but I absolutely loved the new one. I don't know why. Yeah, big news. Next up, Dragon Age The Veilguard receives final update from BioWare. Now, I've got so many opinions about this one. How can you kill a game just 3 months after its release? That, to me, is nuts. And when you're looking at a big developer, or maybe once a big developer, BioWare, who were like the top of their game, top of the industry, looking where they've gone now, and they're just killing off their latest game in just months while they go work on a new one. It doesn't fill me with confidence for the next Mass Effect game. That might just be me. But yeah, the big news from this is BioWare ended support for Dragon Age The Veilguard with patch 5, which is out. Added a few quality of life improvements and bug fixes, but don't expect any big updates coming. Maybe they'll fix any game-breaking bugs, but that's about it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they do. I mean, they got a full list here. You're going to have a look at them, but yeah, Veilguard dead. And I've not even picked the game up. I didn't think it was going to be my kind of scene at all. It's unfortunate to see games like this, and yeah, they've got to get it right for Mass Effect. I understand that. Yeah, hopefully they sort it out. I don't know whether you have any opinions on it or.
Yeah, mixed opinions. I have mixed opinions. I think it's not bad in general if they finish games. In the past, it was normal that games released and nothing changed. If we see games like Morrowind or anything, there weren't any big changes in the years. If the game is good, it's good. But nowadays, all games release early access and they have many bugs and they need to be fixed. And if there are bugs and they don't fix them at this moment, it's just bad.
Yeah, you make a good point, actually. Like you said, like games back like 10, 15 years ago, they were releasing complete. But now, because of the internet and how easy it's just to download and stream games, they just released them, like I said, bug ridden. They released them early, knowing they're broken, but that they can fix them later on. So this is just it's not a good look for me anyway. For me, it's not a good look for BioWare. It's a shame.
Yeah.
But EA, BioWare, they've got problems. They need to sort them out fast. Like I said, the next Mass Effect up next for them. Does it fill me with confidence with that? Not really. We'll see where they take it. What do we have next?
Next, we have major cuts at Ubisoft, 185 layoffs and studio closures. Yeah, the gaming industry in the last year was pretty tough for many of the big and small companies. Many layoffs at Ubisoft. I think Blizzard had many. They're everywhere now. There's closing the Leamington studio in the UK from Ubisoft and they cut 185 jobs with that.
Yeah, I think they've cut the studio. Well, they've closed the studio, and I think they've cut jobs at another 2 UK studios.
No,
it's not going well. Yeah, you can see. Oh well, one in Dusseldorf, one in Newcastle. But yeah, no, Ubisoft are having a bad time at the moment. They had a shocker last year. Their share prices dropped. They've had to delay multiple games, delay updates. I think they've just delayed again the Division 2 update that's meant to be out 2 years ago. Of course, they delayed Assassin's Creed. That was already supposed to be out.
Yeah.
Later. I mean, it's not too long. It's only March, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's March.
But Ubisoft have issues. Yeah, they've got a lot of issues, and this doesn't help them either. So hopefully they get it right, though, because when they make a good game, they make a good game. And there's a lot of franchises they do, like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed. I really like For Honor as well. Don't forget Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six. I'm surprised they've not done another one of them, another Rainbow Six game. But yeah, no, they've got issues, Ubisoft. They do. But it's just sad to see because, like you also said, the gaming industry, how many studios have closed in the last 12 months? How many jobs lost?
Yeah,
Not good. And
thousands.
that was exactly that. Hopefully everyone was okay. And next in the news, we have the Rise of Ronin PC launch. Yeah, the Rise of Ronin is an open world action adventure from Team Ninja from Koei Tecmo. So yeah, it's coming to PC. It's already out on PS5. It's now a year. Of course, PS5 like their year-long exclusivity deals. But yeah, no Rise of Ronin. I haven't played it. Obviously, I haven't got a PlayStation, but it does look pretty good. And if you're like dismembering and of course, it comes with all the PC features you'd expect. 8K support, if that's such a thing. Ultra wide monitor support. Frame rates up to 120 FPS. Ray tracing. Of course, integrated frame generation support. Yeah, Rise of the Ronin. Don't know if you're gonna pick it up, Gillian. I'm probably
Maybe I like Japanese games, and some videos when it came out for PlayStation, and thought, maybe if it comes to PC, I'll buy it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
nice. Of course, we were just talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Shadows, the next game in Japan. And it will be censored in Japan because every country has different restrictions, and it was too brutal for the Japanese market. So they're making a separate version just for all the Japanese customers, and it will a bit less brutal probably. So it's playable from age, not playable only from ages 18 and up. Yeah, we will
Yeah,
see what the cuts are on this version.
basically they're turning off the abilities. Well, they're turning off amputations and beheadings. So basically, you can't dismember or cut anyone's head off in the game in Japan. You still will be able to in Europe and North America, but Japan will get a much more censored version to apply to their laws. So the game can actually be sold in Japan. But yeah, March the 20th, 2025, Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC. Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's going to be a big one. It's also the first new Ubisoft game to be seen for like a decade or something. So reason enough to get it as well. I'll be buying it. Looking forward to it. And of course, with two protagonists, one samurai, one ninja, different play styles. Gonna mix up a little bit. Look forward to it. It's a shame the Japanese audience will have to censor it. Big news as well coming out of the Darkest Dungeon 2 is the Kingdoms mode is finally out. Now, if you haven't heard about it, Kingdoms mode is a free update for the game, and that basically turns it into kind of more like a board game type thing. So you still have to manage the usual sanity nonsense and defend arts and things like that, like you do in the main game. But this makes it a bit more frantic. Gives it a new aesthetic. You have to defend a bunch of inns and from various threats, and roll the dice, land on a different board or whatever, a different space, and it will offer a new challenge. But yeah, it's out now. It's free. And for the game, it came alongside the Darkest Bondage, Inhuman Bondage DLC, which you do have to pay for. You got to try a different mode in Darkest Dungeon 2 and you're not quite finished with it. Why not download it? And next big news, the next God of War game, Killian.
Yeah, the next God of War game. We all know the Norse mythology storyline is had an end with the God of War Ragnarok, and the next God of War game could be set in the Egyptian mythology. We all know the Egyptian gods like Ra, uh, the or the animal things. I know how they look, but I
Or
don't
the
know the
animal
name.
things.
Anubis was the name I was looking for. We all know these gods. We all know how they look, and maybe they are the next enemies Kratos has to face. In the past, we had the Greek mythology in the first three God of War games, then the Norse, and maybe next will be the Egyptian mythology. We will see.
Yeah, it's not a big stretch either because that they found concept art from 2018 and in that before they rebooted it to the Norse mythology, there's that we know for the last two games, the Kratos was fighting in ancient Egypt, but that was before they changed it to Norse. So yeah, it was thought of back then. Probably been planning it for a while. Looks kind of nailed on for me. The casting Middle Eastern actors. Next God of War game. We'll find out in the next couple of months, I'm sure. And the last bit of big news that came out this week, and it is a big one, was the GTA 6 release date was accidentally revealed. I mean, that's not
Maybe.
maybe. Obviously, the biggest release of this year that we know about, unless Half-Life 3 actually gets announced, which we hope. GTA 6 will be the biggest release of the year. But yeah, it was accidentally revealed to be September the 17th, 2025, which, if true, well, yeah, that's going to be a huge date in the calendar for everyone on console. Not quite PC. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But this game is set to change everything. I mean, a lot of people are looking at this game to see what they charge price-wise, because games companies want to put up the price of games to 100 euros. Yeah, there's a lot riding on this for the industry and for gamers as well. What were your thoughts, Keelan, on this one?
Yeah, if that's true, it would be amazing. We have a release date finally. We're waiting for, like we already said, over a year now. And September sounds reasonable. And they still have many months to work on it and finish it up. Yeah, could be true. It could be the release date. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be, obviously, like I said, biggest release of the year, GTA 6, 17th of September. Maybe not. Again, we'll find out pretty damn soon. Pretty soon. I imagine within 2-3 months.
Yeah, and they will have to give us some new official news. We didn't have anything in a year now.
Yeah.
So they have to do something.
Now that's the gaming news for the week. I don't know if you got anything to catch up on there, Killian, or anything you want to go through.
No, I think we got everything covered.
But that moves us on to our top 10 games of the week. Our top 10 favorite to pick out. And number 10, FC25. You haven't seen it? Well, what are you doing with your life? FC25. You know, it's a sports game like you'd expect. It's got some good deals on as well. And you can get it fairly cheap these days with the season coming to a close. Of course, you've got a little bit longer to wait for Football Manager. So if you want your football fix and you don't want to watch your team get battered day in, day out in real life, well, you can fix things in FC25. The closest you're going to get to the beautiful game, unless you're a professional footballer.
Yeah, then on the spot number 9, we have Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, a 3D fighter game in the Dragon Ball universe. We all know it, the Dragon Ball. Maybe you've watched the series. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is from last year, new release, and much action. If you like fighter games, definitely a good game for you.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. I think in this one as well, this one where you can create your own little storylines as well. You can change things a little bit. They can take like different snippets of the anime and swap them around and create different fights. So yeah, it's going to appeal to a lot of anime fans and a lot of Dragon Ball fans. One of the biggest releases in recent weeks or months was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, first-person action adventure game. Indy also comes with his whip, of course. Does a lot of traveling around the world, lots of puzzles as you'd expect, and some decent fighting things in their scenes. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to love this game, and honestly, I think Bethesda have done a pretty good job with this one. And again, you can find some good deals for that if you know where to. But yeah, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, recommended.
And then number 7, we have the Farming Simulator 2025, the newest farming simulator, which released last year in November. Yeah, if you like building your fields, farming, doing all that stuff, animals, anything you can think of, then Farming Simulator is the game for you.
Yeah,
and it deserves spot 7.
it's just a chill game, isn't it? It's just a chill game.
Yeah,
We're
pretty
just
chill.
chilling. Next up we have Stalker 2 at number 6. Yeah, it's the next gen sequel to the long running PC franchise from GSC Game World. I mean, it's set in Chernobyl, in the zone, and you're going to come across some supernatural threats. Some good first-person action there. For me, I prefer the Stalker games to Metro. I know,
I'm the Metro type. I'm more
yeah,
of the Metro type.
I can see why, but I always did prefer Stalker to Metro. I could just never quite get into Metro, but I was a big fan of Stalker. But I mean, ideally, you get them both and you love them both. But it's been out for a while now, Stalker 2. It's got some decent reviews. Good out there, there's multiple editions in there depending on what you need it for. But if you like a bit of horror, bit of action, some good narrative, and a lot of suspense because you're in quite a dangerous part of the world, Stalker 2.
Yeah, then on this place 5, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the newest Call of Duty game. It's a Call of Duty game. It's always beloved. You have multiplayer with ranked. You have the zombie mode everyone loves, where you can slaughter hundreds and hundreds of zombies. Much action, fast action, many fights with friends, multiplayers, or it's fun to play. Yeah.
I'd only play the zombies mode, to be honest.
I didn't play any Call of Duty ever, but if I would play zombie mode.
I'd play zombie mode. I'm too old to play the multiplayer. It's too quick. Can't be
Yeah.
doing all the swan diving. I can't do it anymore. No, it's been a while since I've been able to do that. And that takes us to number 4 in our list, and that's Path of Exile 2. Of course, the Diablo killer, probably. I mean, Blizzard have had to react to Diablo. They're bringing out multiple updates now. They've dropped the price. They were forced to put it on Steam when they were bought by Microsoft. But Path of Exile 2 switches everything up, and it's the Diablo that you all want. It's got amazing loot. It's got a really in-depth skill tree. It's got, I don't know how many possibilities. Maybe endless possibilities for different play styles. And it's, I think it's got over 700 unique items already in the game, and I think you can only play up to like chapter 3 or something like that. So you've only got part of the game, and already it's absolutely massive, and everyone's loving it. You do have to pay for it in early access, but I think once it leaves early access, it's going to be free. But if you want to get a head start on it and some in-game rewards early on, you can grab it cheap if you want.
And then we're going to the top 3. The number 3 is Assetto Corsa Evo, the newest Assetto Corsa game, which is now in early access. You can play it on Steam. It's only for the PC right now. And it's still not the full game. The full game will have open world with, I think, 200 square kilometers in Germany around the legendary Nürburgring. Right now you can drive on multiple tracks. I think 5 tracks are out right now, where you can try to get the fastest lap and everything, and have single player, quick races, training, the driving academy right now. But in the future there will be more maps, more race tracks, more cars, and 1,600 square kilometers of explorable map. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
Really amazing.
Yeah,
Goes
I'm
off.
looking forward to picking this one up one day. I can't wait. But the Assetto Corsa series is amazing, and Evo looks just as good. But number 2, Dynasty Warriors Origins. And I tell you what, I don't even know how many of these there are. There's got to be about 1,000 Dynasty Warriors games now. But yeah, this is the ultimate game where you just leave everything behind. You just sit back and you just slay thousands of enemies all at once. It's just one of those. I think it's set during the Three Kingdoms period. Kind of a reboot for the series as well. There's a few reboots going around different franchises. I'm pretty sure this is one too. It's got realistic battlefields, or so they say so in it, but it's visually good looking. Like I said, it is 1v1000 combat, so you get to test different skills and strategies against fast armies. And you can join forces with various allies throughout the campaign as well. But yeah, no, it's a fresh take on the series, and that's our number 2 favorite game of the week.
And on number 1 we have Spider-Man 2, which is now on PC. We talked about already. You can play as Peter Parker and Miles Morales. And the biggest enemy in the game will be Venom, but there are additionally small enemies more you have to fight and face. It's an amazing game. It was liked on the PlayStation, and like we already talked about, new features and better features on the PC right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's our top 10 list for the games of the week. But yeah, make sure to check some of them out. I mean, there's something there for everyone, to be honest with you. There is something there for everyone. Now, as for games coming out next week, there's some pretty decent ones, ones that I'm looking forward to playing as well. And the first one up is, for me, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I can't tell you how much I loved the first game. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought the story was good. I thought the action was good. You know, it just reminded me of how Bethesda used to do Elder Scrolls games back when they cared. You know, it's set in a medieval, obviously it's set in 15th century medieval Europe, so it is a brutal world. It does carry on from the first game, so I do recommend playing that one. But you can pick up that one cheap enough, to be honest with you. There's some really good DLC for it as well. Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, out on the 4th of February on PS5, Xbox Series X, and of course, PC. Yeah. I can't recommend, I can't wait for this game. I honestly can't recommend the first one enough either. Absolutely loved them. And they're really good. But yeah, that's out 4th of Feb. 14th of Feb, sorry. No, 4th of Feb. Yeah, that's right. 4th of Feb. Yeah, 4th of Feb. Don't know what I'm talking about. 4th of February. Pick it up.
Then we have Rift of the Necrodancer. This game will be for the Switch and PC. It's a rhythm music game. There will be multiple mini games in the game, and yeah, like all the rhythm games with good music, obviously. Yeah, if you like music and rhythm games, definitely a good pick. You can play the demo for free now on Steam already. So if you want to test it before buying it, definitely check it out. There
Yeah,
are
and
many songs.
obviously it's I don't know if you ever played Crypt of the Necrodancer.
No, I haven't.
No, that was the first game. And obviously that's overwhelmingly positive on Steam. But that came out in 2015, so it has been a while since this one. But yeah, no, pick it up. It's going to be good. And that, like I said, that's out on the 5th of February on Switch and PC. And the last game coming out next week, or the last big one for us, is Valkyrie Squad Siege Breakers, an action roguelike bullet hell. And boy, am I obsessed with some of these, I tell you. I love my bullet hells. I love my action roguelikes. Yeah, it's all about spamming the buttons as quickly as possible, upgrading your skills, avoiding bullets or enemies. And yeah, trying to complete missions as quickly and efficiently as possible, because the longer you leave things alive, the quicker you die. But yeah, this one looks like exciting. And again, it's one of those games where you don't really have to stress you out. You don't have to worry too much. You can just button smash and just mindlessly play it. And I kind of like them games sometimes, you know, rather than play the PvP, just go up against some enemies that you can just murder time and time again. And this one is out on the 6th of February on PC. And that's the game releases for next week. Okay, and that leaves us with the deals, or our favorite deals of the week that you can pick up right now. And the first one is Bloody Spell on Steam. I believe it's 64% off on Steam at the moment.
82% off on Steam.
My
Only
bad.
€3.60 instead of €20 for this martial arts action role-playing game. Much combat, much woman with not so many clothes.
My favorite.
Always important. No, but that's not the main focus of the game. The focus of the game are martial arts fights with swords, fists, anything. Much combat, much fun, for sure. Big enemies, not only human, or some monsters you have to fight in the game.
Yeah, I have played it, and it is exactly how you describe it. Just button smashing, lots of dodging, lots of rolling, kind of a more lighter version of Dark Souls, that type of thing, I suppose. But yeah, 82% off, ends on 9th of February. If you want to pick it up, it's a great deal. It is a good deal. And then what have we got next?
Next, we got Blasphemous for the Switch. The game is off 75% and only costs €6.24 until the 14th of February, the Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a brutal Dark Souls. It's like a side-scrolling Dark Souls. Blasphemous is a brutal game. It's tough. It's challenging. But as we said earlier as well, it's from the same team. They've done that Stone of Madness, set in that Spanish monastery. So you can check out the other games in the franchise. And yeah, it's a really good price, 75% off on Switch. Decent if you got a Switch and you haven't got the game yet. That returns us back to Steam for Black Ops 6, which is on sale for I'll put my birthday. 30%.
Are you old enough?
Yeah, well, I just said I was born in 1930s, I think. But yeah, 30% off on Steam for me. I mean, that's still quite expensive for those. I'm sure they put the prices up for these sales sometimes. But regardless, if you like Call of Duty, you like shooting games, there's always people going to the series for the first time. If you haven't picked up and maybe you think, I'll check out the zombies mode or the campaign, you might like it. But for me, I'll be passed on it. But the deal does run till the 10th of February. So you've got a bit of time yet to decide for yourself.
Yeah, and then lastly, we have the Rockstar Games publisher sale. This only runs until the 6th of February, but you can save on many games like Red Dead Redemption 2 with 75%, 40% on GTA 5, the Bully game, the GTA trilogy. So many Rockstar games you can save on right now on Steam. So especially the Red Dead Redemption 2 deal is pretty good right now.
Yeah, that is a good deal. And again, if you want to check out the latest GTA games, in fact, you got quite a lot in there. You got the trilogy, you got 4, and you got 5. You can pick them all up there for, well, that's a pretty good deal. To be fair, that's under what? That's under €50, isn't it? Altogether.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get ready for GTA 6. Yeah, decent deals. And I think that concludes everything today, right?
Yeah, I think as well.
I think that does include everything. Yeah. Anything else you want to add? Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything more.
Essentially, just play games. Never stop playing games.
Have fun.
Have fun. Have fun. Be as toxic as you can be. Especially if you're playing League of Legends and you come across Killian. Tell him what you
Don't
really
kill me. Let me win. I need my LP.
Tell him what you really think of his playstyle and his skills. Don't let him win. And if you see me, say hi and be friendly.
Okay, I understand.
Well, why would you be toxic to me? What have I done to you?
Yeah.
I only play co-op games anyway. I don't play PvP. I only play co-op for a reason, because I'm crap at them. And I need to be carried. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. As always, really appreciate it. This was episode 2. A while coming, episode 2. We're still going to be making changes. Still got to work out the format properly and stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah, it's been fun.
Definitely.
I'll leave the last word of Killian, whatever it is. You say whatever you want to say.
Okay. What I want to say, go win some games and don't lose this week.
Bye-bye.